we are going to do scientific notation today. How's everyone doing? Miss you guys. Alrighty, here's our basic formula. A times 10 to the n. That's what we're going to be working with. So A has to be a number between 1 and 9. It can be 1, it can be 9. But it can't be less than 1, it can't be greater than 9. In other words, it has to be a single digit. So 11 requires the digits 1 and 1. That's too large. It has to be a single digit, so it has to be between 1 and 9, and it can include those. And then your 10 to the n power, this n is your exponent, and it can be -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now remember, anything raised to the 0 power is 1. Don't forget that rule. That still applies. So anything to the 0 power is still 1. Alrighty, we're going to try a couple, and I'm going to put a board up here, and I'm just going to show you what I mean. So, my first digit has to be between 1 and 9, including 1 and 9. So I'm going to put my decimal point right here, because 2 is between 1 and 9. All right? So my answer is going to be 2.84 times 10. And I know how many places I'm going to raise my power to by counting how many places my decimal, which was originally here, had to move to get to here. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 10 to the 5th power. Okay? Let's try another one. Here I have 75 million. So I've got all of this to get through to get over to my 7 and 5. Now, 75 is larger than 1 through 9, but 7 is not. So this is where my decimal point's going to end, or end up being, right there, between the 7 and the 5. Because that leaves me a 7 out front. 7 is between 1 and 9. So I know my final answer is going to be 7.5 times 10. And what's my exponent going to be? Well, let's look here. This is initially where it was. All right? We had to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. So it's 10 to the 7th power. Now remember, this number right here has to be between 1 and 9. All right? Let's try this one, 208. Not quite such a big number. I know my decimal point's going to have to end right here, because 2 is between 1 and 9. So I'm going to have 2.08 times 10. This is where my decimal point initially was. I had to go over 1, 2 places. 10 to the 2. Now, what if we're working the opposite direction, okay? Instead of making a larger number to a smaller number, a big number, which is greater than 10, we use positive exponents to show that, okay? So I'm going to take that right here. So when I take a big number, like 284,000, and take it down to 2.84, I used a positive exponent. So take a wild guess what's going to happen when I take a small number. And of course, I need to move my decimal point again, because I need that first number to be between 1 and 9. So a small number, that's less than 1. See, less than 1. And 0.00852 is, of course, less than 1. We will be using negative exponents. So I'm going to paste that right there. you're going to want to copy those down in your notes because it really is a good reference point, okay? All right, so here I go. I need my decimal point to end up right here, okay? Because that's going to give me 8.52. Why there? Because 8 is between 1 and 9, yes? Okay? So that's good. 8.52 times 10. How many places did I move it to the right this time? 1, 2, 3. But this time it will be a negative exponent because I'm moving to the right. If you notice on these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I moved 5 to the left. I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the left. I moved 1, 2 to the left. And if you notice now, I am starting to move to the right because I need to get a smaller number to start with a number between 1 and 9, which would be my 8. And as I move to the right, I am going to use negative exponents. When I was moving to the left, I was using all positive exponents. All right, here I have 0.000000.61. I need my decimal point to end up right here because that's going to give me 6, 1. This number right here has to be between 1 and 9. It is. That's my 6 times 10. Now, I'm moving this direction. I am moving to my right. You see I am moving to my right. So my exponent's going to be negative. I am taking a smaller number, less than 1. So I'm going to use a negative exponent. And how many places did I move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is a negative 7. All right? That's going to be our introduction to this lesson. Your assignment won't get much harder than that. We'll go on from there tomorrow. All right? Thanks, guys.